Listen, you're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Come on, I told the truth. It's not about true and prove. That's not the point whether you call it truth or not. Hello? I told the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Please, forgive me.
We've seen a lot of great games in 2014, but which one is my favorite so far? What's up guys, Vile Self here, and totally Shadow of Mordor is my favorite game so far of 2014. And the main reason I love this game so much is the violence. I just love violence, and it's what attracts me to games like this, and it's what attracts me to movies that I like, and it's even most of the music I listen to has undertones or often just blatant violent lyrics. But that's not to say I'm a violent person myself, because I'm definitely not. I'm just fascinated with it, and it's what I find most intriguing with these types of media. So how could I not like a game where you spend 95% of your time slaying enemies with swords and daggers and chopping their heads off and stabbing them in the face? The combat system in this game is as close to perfect as I've ever seen. The mechanics are basically stolen from the Batman Arkham games, which are highly regarded in the industry as some of the best fighting mechanics around. And this game does it very well. It's very seamless, very easy to play, but it's got a respectable skill curve that makes it difficult to master. And I like a game that can make you feel like a total badass as you play, and I can't think of anything more badass than destroying a massive clan of orcs, of which there could be up to 30 plus on the screen all at once, attacking you from all different angles, and killing all these orcs really makes you feel like a badass. And the orcs themselves are one of my favorite things about this game. There's so many different characters, each with their own traits and personalities, and the voice acting for each orc as well as the facial animations were extremely well done, and each one looked menacing and vicious with their armor, and they each had their own specific weapons and battle scars, all that kind of stuff. And speaking of the graphics, this game has some sweet graphics. It's got amazing weather effects with some great lighting and shadowing. The movements of the characters were smooth, and traversing around the environments was seamless and thrilling, and the game was just overall pretty nice to look at. I mean, I wouldn't say I was overly stunned with the graphics, but I found the graphics to be very nice in this game. And any game that offers the ability to attack under the cover of stealth or just run out like a crazy lunatic is a pretty attractive feature, especially if you can do so in an open world like this, big huge landscape. So I mean, if I want to play stealthy, I can do stealth. If I want to do, you know, crazy, I would say guns blazing, but there's no guns in this game, so maybe swords blazing, then you could do that too. And it's all fun, it's all awesome. No matter how you go about it, you're gonna have a good time, you're gonna see some cool kills. And one of my favorite things about this game, my ultimate favorite things about this game, is that every time you lose, the game actually gets harder, because any orc that kills you will level up and gain power, and in turn will be more difficult the next time you face them. Which, to me, that's just crazy. Now, I'm probably making this game sound like a bunch of senseless violence, and I guess, in a way it sort of is, but it does have a pretty deep story involved with some great voice acting and character development. Troy Baker actually does the voice and motion capture for the lead character, so it doesn't feel cheap or amateur in any way. It's very professional and very movie-like. And the fact that it all ties in with the actual Lord of the Rings movies is also pretty cool. But if you aren't a fan of the movies or the books, you don't have to be to enjoy this game. This game is its own separate entity, and you can enjoy this game without knowing or being a fan of any other Lord of the Rings materials. So all in all, I wouldn't say Shadow of Mordor is a perfect game, but I think that it's a game that covers all of its bases, and as far as what it attempts to do, I feel it does it extremely well. So with that said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I just want to take a quick minute to thank everyone who voted for me and gave me constructive criticism in my round 1 video. And the reason why I entered this tournament is to better myself as a content creator, and I really hope you guys all see some improvement from my first video. I also want to say congrats to that Kansas kid for making it through, and good luck in round 2, buddy. So for now, that's going to be it for me. Shadow of Mordor is my favorite game so far of 2014. Thank you guys for watching. Vile Self out.
Hi guys, how are all of you doing today? This is That Kansas Kid, slightly younger brother with the same voice, and unfortunately, That Kansas Kid is out running some errands. I believe he's currently out at Best Buy purchasing a lot of video games.
What are you doing in my room?
Alright, never mind, it looks like...
Get off my computer.
Well, I'm just...
Leave now.
Okay,
Shut up.
okay, sorry. Oh man.
Sorry. Didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, this is That Kansas Kid. It's very nice to be talking to y'all once again. Now, the year of 2014 is nearing its end. And usually around this time of the year is when people start talking about what the game of the year should be. I thought in today's commentary I'd talk about my favorite games of 2014 and why they stand out from the rest. So without further ado, let's just list them off right here. Alright, so my favorite games of 2014 are... my favorite I can't do this. Guys, I have a confession. I've been a really terrible gamer. I've been criticized by my friends and my own subscribers when this topic is brought up. I have had no motivation whatsoever to purchase any video games this year. Well, at least not yet. There have been some huge releases such as Titanfall and Destiny, and I have not bought either of them. Now my reasoning for this is unknown. I've just not been motivated to game much this year. To be true, the game I played most of this year is Minecraft, if you even consider that a game. But in terms of buying games, I haven't been up for it. This summer Steam sale, I bought all 3 BioShock games for $10, which is a huge steal, and many consider the BioShock series to be one of the best. But I've been so unmotivated, I think I've only played the first 5 minutes of the first one, then I quit because I got bored. So yes guys, call me lame, call me a nerd, unleash your anger on me. Now let me share with you guys why I think I have this sudden lack of motivation to game. For all of you guys who do not know by now, I'm a PC gamer. I made the switch from console to PC around a year and a half ago, and I have loved my PC experience so far. However, the graphics capability on my PC at the moment has made me skeptical of wanting to purchase new games. And I think another reason for this phobia of buying new games is because of my experience with COD Ghosts. I spent $60 on it and I found out immediately that I could not play it with adequate frames on my computer. Also, the game in my opinion was the worst Call of Duty release of all time. Overall, I wasted $60 on that game and I'm afraid I'll do it again. Now for those two reasons, 2014 has been a gaming deprived year for me. However, there are 2 franchises that I love that are going to be releasing new games in just the next couple of weeks. These franchises are Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty. Also, Destiny is a game I want to get as well because all of my friends keep talking about it and raving about it at school, and you know what, I'm just gonna give in and get it. But the sad thing is that Destiny is console only, and Assassin's Creed Unity comes out 3 weeks later on the PC than it would on any other console. So I've made the smart decision to return to console gaming in next-gen fashion. And I've decided to go with the PS4. Now my decision is to buy a PS4 and I think this will return me back to my old gaming ways. And it's about freaking time, I mean seriously. Some have said this has been one of the best years in terms of new gaming releases. And I've just been missing out. But to be fair, I've had my fair share of fun outside of gaming. But what's done is done, and I'm just excited for these upcoming releases in the next couple of weeks. Now I forgot to tell you that I was born with this amazing ability to be able to tell the future. Now many of my doctors have made comparisons to my ability with a show called That's So Raven or something like that. And occasionally I have these random flashes of the future. And ironically just yesterday I saw the future and I saw what game won Game of the Year for 2014. Now I know what you're thinking. It's going to be Destiny, Titanfall, Borderlands the pre-sequel, Assassin's Creed, etc, etc. Well, no. You've got it all wrong. If you thought that those were it, be ready to get blown away. The 2014 Game of the Year was, get ready for it, NBA 2K15. I know, right? My mind was blown too. And if you don't believe me, just wait until the award is given out. Now maybe my memory is foggy, heck, I was probably wrong. Maybe it was Call of Duty again just like any other year. But who knows, even a future teller like me can mess up sometimes. But if I couldn't tell the future, my obvious guess would be Destiny just because the game looks freaking awesome and I can't wait to play it more. So this has been your future telling commentator That Kansas Kid, and I'm signing out. Take care guys.